Hi, I'm Grandma from Grandma's Footsteps, and today we're going to start on a new memory book. This one's going to be a baby boy book. I'm using these memory book dies from Tonic Studios, and this time I'm not going to be using the big one. I'm going to be using the second one down because it's the right size, and I already have a box at that size. The paper I'm going to be using mostly today is the It's a Boy 12 by 12 premium paper. It's absolutely gorgeous, lots of nice baby boy type pictures, and there's some stickers and things like that. It's all gorgeous, but there is also the same papers in a 6 by 6 version. Now the beauty of this is, because it's the same papers, but they are smaller. The patterns are smaller, and I found that works really well. My baby girl book, I used the same sets for girls, so there we go. Oh, and at the back you've got quite a few double-sided pages, so value for money there. Right, I'm going to be using as a base 250 GSM white card, and that's it. So we start off by getting ready to cut the piece that will be basically the front and the spine. So you may notice, if I put this down the right way, you may notice that this edge here hasn't got a cutting edge at all. So you can put it right up against there, or you can put it right up against there. So I'm going to put it here because this will form the front of my book, and this piece will form the spine, and you'll see how that works later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of removable tape on it so that it doesn't go walkabouts while it's being cut, and then I shall pass it over to my friendly assistant to put it through the machine for me. I mostly use the can't remember the name of it. What's it called? The cut and boss. Yes. To cut my bits and pieces, but I do also have a Gemini. So I'll come back in a minute when that's cut. Bye for now. Hi, we're back. So here we have this after it's been through the die cutting machine, and if I take off the die now, you can see that it has cut, but only around the front bit. So what we need to do now is we need to cut down this line to the edge of the card. So I'll just try and get it straight down that line to the edge of the card, and the same on that side there. So that's it. Get rid of the bits of card. Now hopefully you won't be able to see it, but I can. There is a crease mark there from where we had the bit that wasn't wasn't labelled. No, wasn't to cut out. Sorry, wasn't labelled. And so what I'm doing is I'm actually folding this now right up against that crease mark, and I'm going to use my crease bone tool, or creasing tool, whichever you like, to crease that like that. So how this works now is this is the front of the book, the front cover. Obviously we will put more card on it to give it a little bit more stiffness and some decoration. And this forms the spine. Now we do this by cutting out some more bits, and we use the same cutter here, which for some reason I'm having trouble getting hold of. This is exactly the same cutter, but this time we put it this end. And what I actually want is just one centimetre thereabouts to make the hinge, as it were. So if we just put it at 1 centimetre from the edge there, like so. Put a bit of sticky on that, and just check that I've got it 1 centimetre this end as well. Yep, it has. And put a bit of sticky on that. There we go. So that is ready to go through the die cutter now and become our first page. So back in a minute. And here we are again, and this has now been cut. So I take the die off, and I reuse the sellotape quite a few times, so I just stick it to the edge of the desk here. Always put the die back, otherwise it will go for walkabouts. I mean, dies will last you for a long time, unless you lose them. Now, for some reason it didn't quite cut right there, so I'll just run the scissors along that bit, and that's okay. So now we just cut to the edge, exactly the same like so. Cut to the edge, exactly the same there. And we keep all the offcuts because we will be making pockets and such like, and that will, you know, make a difference. Now, there is a very faint line again from the edge of the die, and I think that will actually be my 1 centimetre mark, which it is, yes. But what I really could do with doing is to actually score it at 1 centimetre. So I've got my adorable scoreboard here on the centimetre side, because it's got inches on the other side, centimetres on this side, and I'm going to pop it there, in there, get it nice and straight. That's an important thing, because you don't want your book pages being not straight. And I'm going to just score it at that 1 centimetre mark there. Okay, right, that's good. Sorry about the noise putting this in and out, but it has to stand up there. Right, now what we do is we fold it over like so, and I do crease it to make it sure we've got a nice sharp edge there. Okay, now that will fit here. Okay, so that outside edge there goes right up against the original crease we made, and that is your first page. Okay, but I usually like to decorate the pages before I attach them to the book. It just makes life easier. When I attach them to the book, I do use this red liner tape, which collects everything on the desk. The red liner tape here, and some glue. So there we go. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to look at what we want to, how we want to do the page, what we want to put on it, and such like. Now I always leave the outside cover and the inside covers until last, because depending on what fastening you want to use to close your book, sometimes you need to have things stuck under the paper that you're using for decoration. So that's one of the reasons I'm not going to do either the front page or the inside front page, but that's going to go there, and then you can decorate it. Now there's two ways you can do decoration. You can either decorate direct onto here, or you get your first patterned paper and you use the patterned paper and decorate on that, and then stick it to this. It's entirely up to you how you wish to do it, but these dies provide a lovely scalloped edge die here, which is slightly smaller than your page here, and it's a scallop edge, and I use that for cutting out the patterned paper, at least the first sheet of patterned paper. So what I would like to do is check, this does just about fit onto a page of 6 by 6, so I'm going to choose this one. The 6 by 6, I mean, this paper is beautiful. It is quite thick, it's quite thick and solid. It's really nice to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put that on there. Okay, and as I said, it does, that's why I decided to make this size of book and not the next size up, because this way it does actually, you can actually cut the pages, or at least the decorative parts of the pages, from the 6 by 6 book. So there we are, that's all ready now to be cut. I'll pass it to my able assistant, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so here it is, the pattern piece is cut out, and move it from the die, and Probably be able to use the sellotape one or more times, and we'll put the die back onto the magnetic sheet so it doesn't go missing. Now what I've decided to do on top of this is another Tonic die set, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a plain blue inside this lovely scalloped one, but I'm not going to have it just plain blue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this cutout inside of it like this. So I'm going to now attach these two dies to my piece of plain blue here. Again, 1 centimetre away from the edge. Now what I've done is I've got a piece of card cut just 1 centimetre wide. It goes off a bit at the bottom, so what we'll do is we'll get rid of the bottom bit. That's straight, but 1 centimetre away from the edge, so that I can attach it as a separate page. So that will do, and we'll stick that down like so, and I should be able to cut the fancy bit out of the middle at the same time. Okay, so we'll get the fancy one and we'll stick that inside there, just so I can make sure it's fairly level. And dun, dun, dun. Oh, it's alright, I couldn't find my sellotape. You'll find if I don't know what I'm doing, or I get lost, or something gets lost, I will start to hum or sing, or even whistle something. So, there we go. That's all ready to be cut. See you in a minute when it's done. Oh. Hi, so we're back. This has been cut, and what basically it's done is we've got the outside shape, which is what I wanted out of the blue, and by putting the patterned cut on the inside, it doesn't have its own outside edge, so it basically just cuts out of the card. So you can see here it's cut out and it's really pretty. I'm just getting my die ready to put away. It's good habits. And good habits to stay with. So I'll put my die away. But what I have done now, I'm going to put this onto there. And as you can see, it really does make it very, very pretty. You can see the patterned paper through it. One little bit there didn't pop out, so I'll just pop that out with my thumbnail. That's going to be glued onto there. And then what I've done is I've got the next size down, plain die, which I think, yeah, I'm going to make a little pocket to go on there, and I've chosen this paper with the writing on, so I will attach that and get it cut there. And the one thing I forgot when I was doing this was that this actually cuts on all four sides, so I haven't got the piece that I wanted to attach it to this, so I'm going to have to just literally glue it on there and not have it as a separate page. The only way I could do it as a separate page is to use a different cutter, probably a cutter from the first set of approximately the same size here. Yeah, that one would work, and cut that out for white because this one has the non-cut edge. Cut it out of perhaps white, and then I can put it on as a separate page should I wish to. But I think this is going to be fine. This is just the first page. We don't want to get too complicated. So I'll get this piece cut out now, which is going to be my little pocket, and I shall also cut a rectangle that fits in to make a tag. So back in a minute. Okay, so you may remember that I said I would use this material here, or card here, to make a pocket, but I decided it doesn't look right. I quite often change my mind. So what I've done is I've cut a piece here that matches the background, and I think that looks much, much nicer. I've got a couple of rectangles, one in white and one in blue, that will actually fit in there when I make it into a pocket. Okay, and the blue one is one size smaller than the white one, but you'll see I've rounded the corners on the white at the bottom, so I'm now going to round the corners of the blue, at the bottom using my corner rounder here. 1, 2, and then I will glue that to that, and then we'll get a hole made in it, and I have my very beautiful 1/4 inch satin baby blue ribbon. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue this lot together, and then I'll come back and show you it when it's all done, and that will be the first part of the first page, because of course each page has 2 sides, so each page needs 2 bits of video. Okay, catch you later. Okay, so we're back. I've glued these all together. I've made up the little tag by putting the plain blue on top of the white with the nice curved edges, because it makes it easier to put the tags in and out. I put the ribbon tag on the top, but remember, when you want to put a pocket on, you only glue 3 sides. You decide whether it's the pocket from the top or the side or whatever, but only glue the 3 sides. Okay, I've done it myself. I've made a mistake myself before now. So, the other thing that we can do with the memory books is to actually make the page itself into a large pocket. So what you need for that is another piece using the same cutter as this, but using the cutting the non-cutting edge up against the edge of the card, so that it comes out the same size as this, but without the piece that we use as a hinge. And then what we do is we glue that to the back of this piece of card on 3 sides. Now you can either have your pocket coming in from the side here or from the top. Now I prefer the top, so what I do is I will glue 3 sides of this and leave the top open. So I will glue down there, I hope you can see, down there, round the bottom and up that side there. Now this is really good because you give the recipient of the baby book a lot more real estate for adding photos and notes and such like. And I think I may have done that upside down. Let me just have a look at myself. And I have done it wrong. Yes, this is quite normal. Don't worry about it. I think it's wrong anyway. That is. Yeah, that page is going to go that way. So that page is going to go that way, and no, I didn't actually do it wrong. It's just me being silly. So I'll put the glue back there. There. Now we will attach that page to that page on the 3 sides. People say they like to watch me make mistakes because it makes them feel better. But it does happen. I don't claim to be an expert at any of this. Just somebody who loves what they do. Here we go. So that is now, as you can see, it's got an opening, it's a pocket. So we let that dry before we start shoving things in there. But in order to use it to the best advantage for the recipient, is I've cut the next size down, outer cutter, and cut it again right up to the edge. And this will go in there. I won't put it in at the moment because the glue's not quite dry. But as you can see, that will actually slide in there, and it's already got the curved bottoms to make it easier to go in and out. But that's a bit boring, is it not? So, and also they need to be able to get hold of it to pull it out. So we've got this little cutter here. This is also a Tonic die, and it cuts this very strange shape. But we are going to attach it to this. I think my pencil has disappeared. Have you stolen my pencil, Peter?
No.
Well, I need a pencil, please. So I want to find the middle. Middle for diddle. Here we go. So let's try and do it. Try and find the middle roughly. So it's about 13 centimetres, so the middle is going to be about 6.5. So I just put a little mark there. Thank you, I'll keep the pencil. And what we do is we take this little thing and we fold it in half. And it's got little dots on it, so embossed into it to make it look good. So what I do is I glue, get it under the camera for you, round the circle bits in order to glue them together, like so, and down the sides down, well in fact put glue on all the way around the inside, but it's what you do with it then. It's, you fold it in half, but you only touch the round bits together, and then you get it on top of your card and you pop it there into the middle and push it down. Now that is a little tab that you can use to pull your card out of its pocket. That makes life a lot easier. But you don't want to see that. So what I've done is I've cut from the scalloped one, which is the size down from this one, the scalloped size that's down from this one, 2 pieces of plain blue. And we will then glue them on, one each side, which gives the recipient owner of the book plenty of places to put extra photos. Now, if you've seen any of my videos before, you'll know about me gluing my desk. Things haven't changed. Just because I haven't been on for a long time. I still glue the desk whenever. Hello, Grandma from Grandma's Footsteps here. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened, but it would appear that the camera died. So I'm not quite sure how far we got. So we'll just do a little overview here, and then I'll get you in a little bit closer, because that will help. And that hopefully will sort it all out. So I think we were doing this. We'd stuck the 2 pages together only on 3 sides to make a pocket in the top, and then we made this little card to pop into it, or tag, whatever you want to call it. Goes in there that the recipients can put photographs on, or notes, or whatever. So that goes there. Now what we have to do now is to actually attach this page to there. But first of all, I'll show you the other side that we have already made whilst the camera was off. I do apologise for that. But so this is very simple. First of all, we covered the page with a background paper, and I made this little shaped piece here, creased it down there, and as you can see, I've added a piece onto the top, which I've only attached on 3 sides, and made a little tag, and that will go into there. Now the one thing I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you, but I will show you on other videos to come, is the fact that I've actually put a magnet in here and a magnet in here. They're covered up by the papers, but so that actually closes, and when the book is stood upright it doesn't flop about. So that's pretty good. So, sorry, my husband was saying something to me and I have no idea what he was saying or why. So now we're going to actually attach this page. I've put some red liner tape on here, and the first thing we do is to try and get the backing off. That's usually hard, but I've done it. And also I add glue. Now the reason being is the red liner tape is not as wide as my 1 centimetre strip that I attached with. And the other thing is, because it's red liner tape, once you push it on, you can't move it. So what I've done is I've put a little bit of glue over the top, which gives us a bit of wriggle room. Okay. Now if you remember, we've got a crease in here, and what we have to do is to push this up against that crease there. Okay. And also to make sure that it is level, top and bottom, so that we don't have a book that's sort of not level, because that would seriously upset me. You will find out, I do have a touch of OCD, and it will seriously upset me. I think you saw all of this page here. I think the only thing I might have done is just made this, or added this tag into here. So the pages will be embellished a little bit more, but I normally do all the embellishments together at the end. It's just the way I do it. I like to do it because that way I get more, I get the choices, and I can not do too much the same. So I don't like too much the same in my books. Right, so now we've done that. That's our first page in there, and is nicely drying. The glue is nicely drying. So what we're doing now is we're going to move on to the second page, and I've done exactly the same. We've cut one of the sheets here with a 1 centimetre bit on the end, which we have scored, ready to fold over. I've also put the red liner tape on there already. And then I cut another piece which actually only goes as far as the score line, and we've glued it on just the 3 sides to make a pocket. Okay. Now the difference being on this one is we've made the tab that goes inside, we've done it in lemon, because the pages that we have made for this, well, the decorations that we've done for this one are actually lemon. So that will go inside there. I've got to glue these pieces on. I've already glued the tab on, which I think I already showed you how to do. And then that will go into there. But once I've glued it all on, but I don't want you to have to watch tons and tons of gluing going on. So here we go. This is what I've decided to put on there. It's a beautiful page, and I'm really loath to cover it up, so I might just leave it like that as it is for the moment. Okay, on that side, so we will glue that onto that side there, no problem. And on the other side, I think I probably haven't chosen a fabric for the other side, or a pattern. It's not a fabric, no. I am a dressmaker, but it's not a fabric. I don't think I've actually chosen the pattern. Oh yes, I have. Here it is. No, it's not. That's a smaller one. Okay. What's this one? No. Sorry. Okay, I'm having an aged moment here. That one goes on the front, definitely. So I will pick another one and then we will glue it on. But in the meantime, I will continue to show you what I wanted to show you. So on the back here, no, on the front here, sorry. Just being stupid here now. That's why I haven't done the back. Okay, I have cut a smaller page, exactly the same, but smaller, with the 1 centimetre flap on the edge. So I will stick that onto here. Now the reason I need to stick this before I stick my main page is because when you open it, you don't want this white piece showing on the top of your patterned paper. So this will get attached here, and then this will go over the top and very neatly cover up that white piece there. Okay, so and then you've got an extra page, and the beauty of it is that it covers up the lovely picture, so it's a bit of a surprise when the people open it. So there you go. Now I've also made a lovely piece there, which is the remainder of this page, so it all matches beautifully. So that will go onto there. Okay, and once it's open here, I will glue all this and come back and show it in a minute. I've got this one on the inside, which again is the lovely yellow colour, and this is going to have a double pocket, so I've cut one in white and one in the smaller version of this paper, and just trimmed them off so that there's a little bit of white showing, and that's made a pocket. I've also made 2 tags ready to go into the pockets. So there we go. I'm going to now glue everything together, and then I'll come back and show you. Bye for now. Hi, right, everything's glued on, so now we're just going to show you what it looks like. So we've got the main page here with its beautiful design with a pram on it. We've got this pull-out sheet, which has got both sides now decorated with the lemon there. And oh dear, come on, it does actually go in, it's just me being fumble-fisted today. We've got the flap over here, which I haven't put it's actually a separate page, so I haven't actually put a magnet on it. I don't think we need to. I will probably put some more embellishments on this when we get to the embellishment stage, but that opens up as a separate page, and in here we now have our 2 little pockets there, and 1 tag will go in that pocket and 1 tag will go in that pocket. This does of course leave space, more space for more photographs or whatever the recipient wishes to add at this point. So there we are, that's the first part of making a baby book boy memory book, and thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you soon with another video. Thanks, bye bye for now, take care, bye.